And we're back with another glorious episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy IV Redo. I'm your host, the RPG Guy. And it's time for side quests! Side quests! Lots of freaking side quests! That's right. And most of this is actually not required. The only reason we gotta do a ton of it is because of that which is known as the augment system. As there be lots of augments for us to get. This one just became available, the augment of MP plus 50%. I'm gonna put all these since we're getting a whole bunch of them, I'm gonna put them on once we get a whole bunch collected. Because I wanna do this in a kind of a very certain setup here, rather than just popping, and that's gonna go on Redia later anyway. And we're not gonna actually equip her with it out the door. You know, we'll do more of that stuff later, for sure. Now let's go ahead and head to Troya. Troya! Trio die Troya, Troya. And here we had talked about something costing a wicked 100,000 gil. Well, we have a wicked 200,000, 250,000 gil so far. So it makes sense to kind of maybe do this right now. So the members writ. Actually, we can even do something more. We can sell a lot of this nonsense that we've got. We can sell all of Kane's old gear. I'd keep the weapons because we can throw them, but arrows, not so much. I don't believe we can really throw arrows. In some versions of the game you can, and some you can't, so... And we'll keep the Giant's Glove as well, but let's go ahead and dump the Green Beret. That's no use to us anymore. I'm going to keep the Giant's Glove, just to make a comparison item thing out of it later. Okay, we'll get that. Sell the Sage's Surplus. We don't need the Chain Whip anymore because the Blitz Whip will suffice. You notice I haven't equipped it on her yet. I should do that at some point, but I'm not that eager. We'll keep the Moonring Blade. These are old bows. Let's dump. I don't think Edge throws bows. Just as much as I don't think or believe he throws arrows. So let's dump a lot of these nonsensical arrows here. I'll keep the Angel Healing Staves and the Aura Staff. Really we're going to keep some of this, like I said, for chucking purposes. I think we're good on everything else. Like I said, keeping the Giant's Glove, and look at that. It puts us over 300,000. Let's buy that Member's Writ. Yay! So now that we have the Member's Writ, there's a bit more that we can do. So we've got our Member's Writ. Let's go ahead. Let's say... where is it? We just bought the fucking thing. There it is. Have a pleasant time. Have a glorious day. In we go. This is our first big expense right here, was this. There's not many towns in the game left, really. And there will be a point of it coming soon, but you'll see what I mean once we get there. I want to say it's up here somewhere. Where is it? There it is. Don't even give a shit about the actual show, do I? I care more about the following. Gil Farmer Augment, which makes this worth it. And since we're here, yay, we got an achievement. Augment Practitioner. We may as well watch the show. We paid fucking 100 grand for it. Sit back, relax, and let's watch us some porn. It's not porn. It's porn! Oh, yeah! Milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Damn right. It's better than yours. I teach you, but I'd have to charge. Hell yeah. Shake that booty. Shake that booty. Booty, 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 booty. Feel like shaking that ass. Shaking that ass. Shaking, shaking, shaking that ass. Shaking that ass. Shaking, shaking, shaking that ass. Shaking that ass. Shaking, shaking, shaking that ass. Shaking that ass. Shaking that ass. Oh! Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Dance for me, ladies. Yeah. Twerk it. Twerk it. Twerk it, work it. Took your mama 9 years to burk it, yeah. Oh yeah, my nipples are hard just thinking about it. And this is the part where they all flash me their boobs. Hell yeah. Rose is sitting there going, God damn it, Cecil, you whore! You cheating, lying bastard! Oh, what a glorious day! Woo! Woo! Oh yeah! You like to start the morning off the same way. Alright, so that's said and done. Yay! Let us get out of here. So it's really worth it for the Gill Farmer augment. So if you're in dire need of money, which at this point of the game you really shouldn't be, but remember there's a reason they want you to play through this game again, because of some secret bosses. And if this show gets a lot of views and there's a lot of demands, and I'm going to bring this up at the end of the game, I will play through the game a second time off screen and fight those secondary bosses for you if you like, or if you want to see me go through it again, I will. I don't know. Something to think about. Now that I'm thinking here, let's go to Fabul. And then we'll deal with what I call the ship transfer thing that we're going to be doing here. Now, we remember when we were in the Sylph Cave not too long ago, in ancient times, no, not too long ago, we bumped into Yang, didn't we? He was sleeping in the Sylph Cave, protected by the Sylphs that were there. What does this mean? Well, I think his wife would be kinda interested to know that he's still alive. So let's go let her know that. As again, this is part of this side questing issue that comes up here. Go. Oh, Miss Yang. My husband's where? Oh, I can't believe that man. What does he think he's doing, lounging about in a place like that? Of course I'm not crying. I just have something in my eyes is all blood rage. That lazy good-for-nothing. Here, give him a good whack on the head with this. Maybe that will knock some sense back into him. And we get the frying pan. And for those of you wondering, yes, we're going to complete all of this stuff before we even bother going to the city. It's all part of the master plan. Alright, down and out. And okay. So we've collected the frying pan. Now we have one other thing to do. Technically two. One thing we need to do is now get our other airship. Yes, our other airship, which is all the way in the bottom left corner of the map. Because that airship has access to the hovercraft, which is actually kind of relevant here. The hovercraft, there's one place we haven't gone and one place we still need to go. So let's grab our hovercraft. But before we get too far, we're actually going to go right into this cave here. Now, this is another one of the more easily missed augments, is the Inferno augment. Well, that Inferno augment's from, what's his name? I was going to say Dontares, but that's not. Rubicante, whatever. Rubicon, whatever. Fuck, I don't care. Anyway, we gotta get back into the Cave of Eblon. And remember when we met Edge for the first time and he fought Rubicon and got his ass murdered, for lack of a better term? Yeah, that's what we have to do here, guys. We have to actually trek through the dungeon all the way to where he is to get that augment. But good news for you, I'm not going to make you guys sit through that. I'm going to go get that right now. Alright, so we've made it down to the floor, and this is where that incident happened. And thus we get the Inferno augment. Inferno! And let's go ahead and get the fuck out of Dodge. Now that this has been acquired. And, yeah. So not too bad, not too rough. Let's land this bitch. And let's fly this bitch. We'll take this bad boy with us. And yeah, so let's go ahead. And we're going to actually take this all the way to the small island archipelago. You know what? We'll do that in a minute. Let's actually go to Barren and do this. Now, here in Barren, you might be wondering, well, what's in Barren that really requires this much attention? Barren, there was something we didn't have access to before. Now, some versions of the game, you can do this actually when Kane's with you, too. And sometimes it's even argued to be preferred that you do it with Kane. In your group, you don't really need him around as much. Okay, pick the fucking thing up, because obviously we can't land where that fucking thing is. So, there. Now I can fucking land. Yay! That way when we go to get the red airship back, we won't need to dick around with this ship anymore. Oh no. Okay. Stupid fucking fight. Alright. Now, like I said earlier, there's stuff to do, so let's get her done. Again, we're heading into the basement of Barren. I believe we want to go, I think it was this way. And there was an area that was kind of blocked off to us. For those of you who do not remember, it was, a voice told us to go back. Go back! Well, now we don't need to. And like I said, if you want to do this with Kane in your party, you actually can. I'm just saying you don't need Kane to do this. And what I'm saying is you can actually get Edge in Eblon, warp out of here, or teleport out of there, and then come and do this. I believe you can. I've done it in some versions of the game, and then you'll have a 5-character party when attempting this, but it's overkill. The way I see it, you don't really need to do it, so. You've come at last. Are you Cagnazo? Your Majesty, do not look upon me with such sadness, Cecil. The fiend slew me, yes, and robbed me of my earthen vessel, but my mind lives on, now and for eternity. Eternity. I am an Eidolon now, and I would aid you. Should the summoner who accompanies you wish to call upon it, my blade is ever yours. But the code dictates I must first test your strength, and so I shall. Alright, so here's the deal. There's 2 things that must happen in this battle, or we're going to be reloading and trying again. First of all, he carries an augment, the Darkness Augment. I cannot stress this importance enough. We're going to slow Odin, and we're going to blink Cecil for what it's worth. I could haste him too, but since he's only going to attack Cecil, it just makes sense to do that. And I totally was not paying attention because I was busy trying to find the fucking spell. Let's bluff, just so that way we don't kill him too quickly, and we'll try stealing to make sure that we got the Darkness Steal. That's the thing about playing games in real time. You're trying to look at your spell list to get things going. And me being the jackass that I am, not paying attention in that regard. Let's steal. Enemy has no items. So did I get it? Well, we'll find out after the battle. Yeah, there's no way. He has no items, so that we've obviously have gotten it. So let's go ahead and keep fighting as if there were a regular battle here. So let's dual cast Protect on everyone. Where's Protect? There it is. Protect, and let's haste, I don't know, somebody. Probably haste Rosa. That way she can haste everyone else. Alright, let's summon Leviathan. Leviathan! Oh, wait a minute, no, shit. He's weak to thunder magic. Use fucking thunder magic. Don't do what I did. You'll live longer, I assure you. And yeah, we're not going to use any of the magic. We'll just use the attacks here. So really, we're just, in a sense, keeping the pressure on the boss here. Let us blink. Let's go ahead and haste, rather. Let's haste Redia, since that done goofed. And blink Cecil. That means the reason why I keep blinking Cecil is that it's less healing I'll have to do later. That's still good damage though. That's max damage right there. Hell yeah! Blink 182 for anybody that actually remembers them. What do you mean, man? They're still relevant, bro. Let's bluff again. Let's do. Who's not hasted? Cecil and Edge. Haste. There we go. And now we have the whole party hastemitted. And then any free round that Rosa has, we just have her hang back for when the party's going to need healing. Because chances are we're going to need to be healed soon. Because of what he's about to do to us. Let's use Ramu. Here we go. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're not going to kill him in time. So everybody defends. And we'll just sit tight here. With Redia ready to dual cast. Or at least, yeah, dual cast 2 Kiragas. Most likely. Whenever Odin raises his hand, yep, here it comes, Zantetsuki. We should survive it, except maybe Edge. Nope, everybody survived it. Good. So let's Kiraga. We'll do it twice just for the cheap seats. Now we'll pick him off here. That's really all there is to this fight. If you're a little lower level, Edge probably would have died there. And even at some cases, Redia. But Rosa and Cecil should still be able to stay in it. And Rosa specifically should be able to revitalize the entire party pretty quickly and pretty cheaply. So not necessarily a hard fight, but keep your eyes peeled. Yeah, that was a lot cheaper and faster cast than Leviathan. And here's the better deal with that, is that Leviathan's really expensive and it takes longer to cast. It would have only done 1,000 damage more. And we were using bluff, so yeah. I'm good with that. And the battle is won! And only Edge leveled. Ha! You have grown as strong as you are, valiant Cecil. The future of Barano, the world itself rests in your good hands. I pray that I might help protect that world with you, my liege. And Redia learns Odin. Which, who doesn't like Odin? Actually, Odin's kind of overrated. Alright, let's make sure we got that augment. We did. We got darkness. This is one of the most broken fucking augments in the game to have when we get ready to use it. We're not going to use it yet, but we're going to use it eventually. Alright, so that ends our fidangling around in Baron. We've got one more place to fiddle with on the overworld currently. And for those of you wondering, you probably know what I've not done yet. Screaming through the monitor, do it already, man! What the fuck are you waiting for, brah? We're gonna do it, alright? Jeez. I only get to so many places, you know? And for those of you wondering, we're gonna be heading right outside Mithril Village. There's a cave that we've kind of ignored for the time being. And there's a good reason to ignore it. There's nothing important there right now. Not realistically. So we're going to need to take the Dar hovercraft there with us. So let's grab that. Oh yeah, extend that cable, bitch. Extend it. And let us head all the way to Mithril, in which we will then find some shallows. We're going to follow those shadows to a tiny little island with a tiny little cave. Drop that off there. Yay! Come on, get the fuck down. Land the fucking ship. There we go. It's like it gets mad at me for being too close to stuff, but it doesn't seem like I'm that close. Alright, and off we go. Do. Yeah. And from here, we will go inside. Looks like a monster penis. And there's these little midgets.
What do you want? I'm going to discuss with you. Accepting you have a tail, of course, but well, that's a different matter altogether.
We do have a tail. We have the rat tail.
This This reptile, dear boy, he's Redux a reptile. Let me say, one of these phrases. Yeah, this shit is nasty. Let's say I give you a bit of the fair chance, is it?
And we get some adamantite. Now, that sounds familiar, too. If this is a game you've never played, for those of you. Few of you probably watching this. The few of you that are probably watching this. Let's go ahead and get back to our airship. But we're going to leave the hovercraft here, because we have no need for it anywhere else in the world. Other than here. We need to get back and get an aquasize the red airship. For we need to go back underground and fly over lava. And I don't believe this airship will fly over lava. Actually, yes it does, doesn't it? No, does it? I don't remember. We can just try it. We'll try it. I forget. I think this one doesn't fly over lava, which is why we have to go back and get the red one. No, it does fly over. Alright, we'll just use this. I don't know why I thought one of them didn't, but whatever. Alright, so we're going to go all the way over to Cockle's Forge. That's what I'm calling it from now on. Fucking Cockle's Forge. We're going to the Cockles, baby. Yeah. Here we are. Cockle's Forge. And I don't remember if I grabbed stuff here, so we'll check. There should be 2 items. Or, you know, maybe I grabbed one, but maybe not the other. I forget, because, you know, we ran through here pretty quick. Oh, look, I guess it didn't. Maybe there's another item here. My smithing days are done. Okay, let's give him what he asked for. This is adamantite. If age has not robbed me of my wits, I cannot believe it. Allow me to reforge that old sword of yours as a token of my most heartfelt appreciation. And we give him the Mythgraven blade. What did you do? And thus he is crafting, but it won't be done for a little while. But it'll be done soon, actually. A lot sooner than one would think. Let's go ahead and take our airship now, of course, to the Sylph Cave. Yeah, I'm so happy to stand again. So, in the Sylph Cave, we're going to go down and use, get to where Yang is and try to motivate him to wake up. I think we can do that with extreme violence. I mean, with extreme gentleness. We don't want to scare the man. So we'll come back in just a little bit, and we'll be down at the bottom of the Sylph Cave. Alright, and we're back in the Sylph Cave, at the bottom of it. And let's go ahead and talk to Yang here with the frying pan.
What are you doing, you mindless brute?
Whack! Is it the time for a training already? Just let me sleep a little longer. Oh, what is this? Sasura! Yang.
Thank goodness you're...
Oh, wait, she's not little anymore. Thank goodness you're awake.
Yes, thought I would not even to be alive had these kind of sylphs not rescued me.
Thanks to you, those terrible cannons were destroyed.
And now I can go with you again.
You mustn't go, not yet, you see. You still need care and rest.
I cannot simply sleep the hours away, when the fate of the world hangs in the balance. The wounded have no place on the battlefield, bro. And who might you be? Age of Ebelan, your superior replacement, bro. Ebelan, you say? A ninja then, but I must go as well.
No, I will not do it all. Let us go in your stead. This young one is a summoner. That much is plain to see. So let her call us to fight whenever there's a need. Then Yang will have no need to fight, and he can rest right here.
Thank you. And Rydia learns the summon Sylph. Think of it as like an AoE drain attack on HP. It is useful when you need backup healing.
Then I will continue on to the rest of my puns. There's a little I could do to help you now. We can do like this. But please, at least allow me to give you something that will.
Brace, kick, and focus augments. We are getting these extra augments in light of the fact that we gave Yang augments earlier in the game. So that's why we gave augments to certain characters, is in order to get more augments out of it. Alright, so we've done that. Now, before we just continue the story, you think, okay, we've done what there is to do. We just got a really new, cool, kick-ass summon, right? Right? And actually, let's take a look at that bad boy there. Where is that summon? Sylph. Let's just leave it there for now. You can see it's pretty cheap, too. Summons Sylphs to drain enemy HP. Pretty cheap skill. Anywho, you know what? Let's go heal at the Dwarven heal pot real quick. And then we're gonna go and we're gonna head back to Fabul. Because I'm pretty sure Yang's wife would like to know what's going on. And if I screwed up for some reason, I can quickly go back through the fucking Sylph Cave. And make sure that we did it right. I'm pretty sure we did. Because, again, she wants us to make sure, you know, that he's doing alright. So let's go and head as if we're heading back to Fabul. Fabuliana, I am being Babula. Here we go. And to Fabul. Not really an easy way to get back and forth from Fabul to the underground, unfortunately. And remember, this opportunity can be lost. You may actually lose the chance to do this if you don't do it before going to Mysidia. So make sure you do it now. I can't stress that enough. It's worth it, I assure you. Many of you know what I'm doing and understand. Oh, hell yeah, it is worth it. Fucking A. As we make our way through, we're gonna make our way through a wilderness. Alright. Off to Fabul. Off to Yang's wife. Indeed. Give you a little something in return. And we get the knife. Now, the knife is not a weapon to equip. It doesn't really do much. It has one purpose and one purpose only. It can be used as a throw item by Edge. It is the strongest thing that Edge can throw at an enemy. It will do maximum damage no matter who or what he throws it at. And that's all there is to say. It kicks ass. But at the same time, it can only be used once. So that may seem underwhelming to some of you, but don't put any thought into it. All right? It is totally worth it. Totally freaking worth it. All right, so with that done, it's time to head to Mysidia. And we'll also make a save. That way we don't, have to do any backtracking in case if something goes wrong, like a power out that happened a couple weeks ago. Alright, this way. This way. We'll land. Pop a save. It's Old Man Smithers and crew. I have been waiting for you. Come, we must go to the Tower of Prayer. Prayer! It's the Kraken's butthole.
Birth from the womb of dragon's maw and born unto the stars, by light and darkness cast aloft. Our dream-tide earth resworn, moon is swathed in an everlight, near again to no eclipse, earth with hallowed bounty reconciled.
Yeah, okay. Prayer Spire, the dildo of the gods. Potty-ho! Oh, yeah.
Pray now, with all your heart. Prophecy must be made reality. There is no other time but now.
Alright, let's pray with him, guys. Thank you, Lord, for this wonderful roast. Who eats the fastest eats the most! Uh-oh. I think I farted. Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh, no. The earth is flushing
My
itself!
children, she has heard our prayers.
Prayers! Doesn't look like a whale!
She is risen. The promised ship of light. The lunar whale.
Can I get oil from its body? Oh yeah! Talking about pimping my ride. If I pray hard enough, can I get a lunar whale too? Fly me to the moon. A voice spoke to me in the midst of our prayer. Go to the moon, it said. He awaits you there. To the moon? But how? The lunar whale is a ship from the moon. According to the writings I've discovered, there should be a teleportation crystal on board in addition to the crystal that serves the power its flight. That crystal controls travel between here and the moon. Speak to it and it will transport you between the two faster than you can even blink. Blink! Blink! I see. We will search for it. Hell yeah! Look at my G-Ride! What you need to know about the lunar whale is, surprisingly, you can get free heelsies! No, really, you can get free heelsies. Sweet, never spending money for a heel again, unless I want to get some cabbage. All right, and of course, his fatness, Robo Chocobo. And you know, if we're interested in this, we can look at this later. All right, but that's not what we're here for. We're here to go to infinity and beyond.
Hip hip, hooray!
Oh yeah, I'm coming towards that moon. I'm coming for you, Dolores, I'm a-coming. And now we have promised ship of light. We've got another achievement, and we are now officially on the moon.
Take that, Neil Armstrong. You're such a bitch.
All right, so let's unravel the entire map here, so you can see everything the moon has to offer. Because there's not a lot of things to do here, but there are a good amount of things to do here. There is a bonus dungeon, which we'll tackle later, a little later. And, yeah, we're going to see this incredibly awkward site. We're going to see a bunch of caves. Don't think too much of them. We're going to deal with those in due course. But I'd just rather have the whole map unveiled for you. I know you're like, I want to see the moon! And the map's blocking it. It is one of the things I don't really like about this version is... I mean, I don't mind a map, but they could have made like a mini-map or something. So we can enjoy the view of the moon. And thus, that map is complete. So here we go. This is the thing of importance, as there is also this. Don't worry about what that is. We'll talk about what that is later. Let us land here. And you know what? You're going to probably wonder, but how do you breathe on the moon? Just go with it, alright, guys? Put too much thought into it, your brain will explode. Mine's already done that a few times. Alright, we are in the Hummingway abode here. Now, this is an actual quasi-special place. And we obtain the level Lust Augment. Let's do some augment put-ons right now. First things first, I want to use level Lust on Cecil. And this is because this carries over into the other game's modes and whatnot. We're also going to give him everything that Yang got. Brace, kick, and focus. So let's do that too. Whether we use them or not is negligible. This has to carry over into the game for other purposes. So let's give him focus. And as I said, we'll give him kick as well. And then we're going to give Rydia the 50% MP. Now, she doesn't need this right now. She'll need it later. But right now, she doesn't need it. So we'll give that to Rydia. But we're not going to equip it on her yet. We're going to keep the others for later. Let's go ahead for Cecil. And this is controversial to do, but I'm going to do it anyway. And what I'm going to do is remove the white magic for the level lust. Doesn't mean we can't use white magic out of battle, but we really don't. Cecil's not going to learn anything that great, okay? He's not really going to do anything that interesting, magically. So it realistically makes sense to do this. We can still use this magic outside of battle. Okay, for those of you who are jizzing or freaking out, you know, for those of you flipping out, we can still do those basic things. So don't worry about that. I usually only use his magic outside of battle anyway, so don't worry about it. But to give him level us now is a good deal. Alright, anywho, time to buy stuff. Let's buy some Phoenix Downs here. And you'll notice that there's a lot of fucking shit to buy here. Yeah, I like how the button does that. We don't need to buy any of these now. What I would say is let's go ahead and get some remedies. Remedies. Let me see. Let's make sure we get at least up to 50 of them. So we'll go with that. We'll pick up some cottages while we're here. So that way we have at least maybe 50 or so of them. I don't even think we'll need that many, but we can afford it. There we go. Remedy. Sirens! Yay! Let's buy a handful of these. Now, I don't want to buy a ton of these. This is actually relevant for something we're going to do later, if we can. Let's just take about 20 or 30 of these. You know, and because money's not a big deal, we'll take 30. Because we're pretty rich. I'm rich, bitch! This other stuff I would wait on. If you feel you need more high potions, get to the 50. I wouldn't do much with X potions, but we'll take maybe a simple 7 there. And everything else we'll just kind of wait on before we go and do anything else. We're not going to spend money out our ass right now. We'll do a lot of that later. And then we're not quite done yet. We're not. But we are done with the moon stuff for now. We're going to go back to Oath. Okay? Or the other world. Our home world. Okay? Now you might be saying, well, why go back? Because there's something we can get right now. Just saying. There's stuff we can do. Stuff we can do. Alright, and you might know what it is. We're going to go all the way back to Cockle Forge. And this actually works in every game version. So in a sense, I want to make sure it works in this version. Because we might have something ready for us. Oh! Again, you don't have to do this now. But why wouldn't you want to? Just saying, brah. Who wouldn't want to? Alright. Back to Cockle Forge. And we'll talk to that smithy. Oh wait, what am I doing? He's right fucking there. And we get the blade Excalibur. Maybe the second or third strongest sword in the game. It's debatable. It isn't the strongest though, that's for sure. So we've got Excalibur. We get an achievement for such. Let's take a look at her. 120, so it does 15 more damage. Comes with the holy element, increases our strength, increases accuracy, but lowers our defense. And lowers stamina. Again, it's a pretty kick-ass sword. I usually like to equip it now. Some people debate that the Defender is still the better sword. That's a very good point to make. That 20 extra defense that it offers is very hard to pass up. So, for whatever reason, because we are playing hard mode, if I need to swap back to the defender, I sure as fuck will. I don't think we'll need to. Cecil's pretty high level. He's pretty beefed out. You know, statistically, he's pretty strong. I'm not too hyper concerned about that. There's also one other thing we can choose to do, and we can choose around this time to do it, and I think we may as well. I've been holding it off for as long as I can. We've been doing a very, very good job, and we've gotten through a lot of the harder parts of the game where this becomes an issue. But Rydia and Rosa, MP and HP bonus items. Obviously, Rydia needs the HP items. They're both 59, and Rosa's always going to have 140-ish more HP than she does. Let's take a look at our Soma drops and our apples. And we may just wait. We may still wait on this. I'm debating. We've got one golden apple, and we've got a bunch of silver apples. We've got our Soma drops here. What I would have to say is that you really got to figure out who needs what. And I had mentioned some ideas earlier, but now as I'm looking at things, you'll see here that Rosa is only, like I said, 104, a little less than 140 higher than Rydia. We have enough apples to kind of not have to worry about this. So let's do it like this. Let's do, actually, what we have here is 100, 250, 350 HP to pass around. So each character should get 150 one way or the other. So for example, let's use this and one silver apple on Rydia. So we'll use that. And one, oops, that's a Soma drop. One silver apple on Rydia. So that brings her on par with Rosa. Okay, good for that. We have 4 of these left. Each one of them is going to get 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And now the Soma drop. To be fair, Rosa has no way of replenishing MP where Rydia does. I usually give them all to Rosa. It just, to me, makes sense. And you can see it just gonna get her just caught up. If not, it'll actually put her just barely over the amount of MP Rydia has. This has always been a debate amongst a lot of players. No, you should give it to Rydia. Her spells cost the most. You know what? That is true. That's not a bad argument to make. But I'm a more defensive player. And being a more defensive player, I have always kind of fallen back on Rosa's MP and her ability to cast. Again, Rydia has Osmos, which she can use that to recover MP. Rosa doesn't get that option. Rydia has Osmos. Rosa doesn't get that option. So why should we, in a sense, you know, why throw her under the bus and give her the less stats? Now in Rydia's defense, she has less HP, so she, like as you saw, we gave her the majority of the apples. We're actually going to get more of these apples too as we progress through the game, and then we start having to have this internal debate of who needs better survivability. And you know what? It's an always losing argument for most debates that I've ever seen or been a part of myself. Rosa's survivability guarantees that you get through battles and the game in itself. She's going to get priority of HP and Soma drops for the rest of the game. For the well, not for the rest of the game, but for a good chunk of it. We're going to ensure that. Okay, so anyway, let us head outside, and on the next episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy IV, we do to the moon and everything that goes on here outside of the Naming Way abode. Thank you guys for stopping by on this side quest delving episode. Check out my website at www.jacktarstudios.com. You can also watch me live at twitch.tv/JackTardStudios as we are playing some fun stuff on there, and we move through games a little more quickly in the Twitch, and then usually I'll play through things on Twitch, and then I'll actually redo and do a video version of it here on the channel for you guys. That is very different and much more thorough, but you get to see me have fun with games. You get to talk to me in real time. We get to make jokes, and all kinds of great stuff there. So check that out. We're starting a Patreon. I think we've already started already, but I haven't really been promoting it yet because we have some cool stuff on the way. And I'd rather get the cool stuff out first to show you a reason of why to invest or just donate a little bit of money so we can improve the channel, get more shows to you faster, and be able to upgrade the quality, all that good stuff. So anyway, guys, thank you guys for stopping by. We'll see you next time. Bye!
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Please take a moment to check out more episodes from the RPG Guy, Tuesday Night Team Up, and more. And please subscribe. Always support the channels you enjoy watching, and while you're at it, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+. Keep on gaming hard. See you next time.